Calling all marketing fans, calling all adventure fans. Stand by. Marketing Detective Ace Stone is on the air. Brought to you today by Crystal Clear Calls to Action. If you're talking to your audience, but it seems like no one is listening, you need the sparkling clarity of Crystal Clear Calls to Action. Whenever Ace needs Olympia to do something to help her out, she doesn't make Olympia guess. No! Ace uses Crystal Clear Calls to Action to ensure that Olympia knows exactly what to do. And you can do the same with your audience. A liberal application of Crystal Clear Calls to Action in every piece of content you produce will ensure less confusion, more conversions, and happier customers. Try Crystal Clear Calls to Action today. Available wherever great copywriting is sold. When we last left Ace and the team, that dastardly, death-defying deadbeat Rex Hackshaw had snuck up on unsuspecting Olympia and had her under his spell. Meanwhile, Ace had taken a new case from an old frenemy, Sienna Wonderly, to help her find her lost content.
No, I'm fine. I'll just take a look around.
Well, I'm sure Miss Wonderly wouldn't like anyone poking around her office while she's out living her work from wherever lifestyle.
Miss Wonderly is the one who asked me to look into it. Can you tell me anything about this missing content?
No, I don't know anything about it. I'm just her VA.
VA?
I really don't think... Oh, I've got to get that, but,
You'd better go take care of that. I'll be fine here.
Well, okay, but don't touch anything, okay? Miss Wonderly is very particular.
She won't even know I was here. Sienna's got that poor girl jumping at her own shadow. I wonder what's got her so nervous. A phone message from a copywriter. I wonder if that's who wrote Sienna's missing content. Say, do you know anything about this message?
Stay right where you are, detective.
You're not the assistant.
You will please clasp your hands behind your neck.
Well, since you asked so nicely, and you're the one holding a gun...
Well, I intend to search these offices, detective. If you attempt to prevent me, I will shoot you.
Be my guest. But you have the advantage of me. You know who I am, but I don't know who you are.
My name is Christopher Duluth, but it is of no consequence.
What happened to the assistant in the other office?
Oh, she'll be fine.
Find anything interesting?
I assure you, this is more than idle curiosity. I am searching for something of immense value.
And what's that?
I am trying to recover some content that has been, shall we say, mislaid.
Funny, that's what Miss Wonderly hired me to do as well. I'd feel awfully silly if it were here in her office all along.
Indeed. How vexing. What do you know about the content?
Miss Wonderly said it was for her launch in a couple of weeks.
Oh, it is a funnel, detective, that is said to be able to turn even the coldest leads into gold. And I am prepared to pay, on behalf of the content's rightful owner, a sum of $5,000 for its return.
I see. So you're an affiliate marketer then? Who is the rightful owner?
You'll forgive me if I choose not to answer that question.
Look, it might be better if we lay all our cards out on the table. Tell each other the truth?
I don't think that would be better. If you know more than me, I will profit by your knowledge, and so will you, to the tune of $5,000. If you don't know anything, I gain nothing by sharing my knowledge with you.
And how do I know you'll keep your end of the bargain?
Ah, yes, you require some... Here, a small retainer.
$200? That is small, but I'll play. Your first guess was that Miss Wonderly had the content. It seems she did, but she doesn't anymore. It's missing. What's your next guess?
That you have an idea where to find it.
And you'd prefer that when I do find it, I give it to you and not to Miss Wonderly?
I would prefer that you allow me to pay you a handsome sum for your services, rather than having to resort to any unpleasantness. I'll be at the Belvedere Hotel if you wish to reach me, Detective. Pleasure doing business with you.
Olympia, it's me. Yeah, there's been a break-in at Sienna Wonderly's office. Yeah, a guy called Duluth. He knocked out her assistant, but I think she'll be okay. No, I'm fine. Look, I've got to call it in. See what you can dig up on this guy Duluth. Christopher Duluth. Okay. Hey, are you okay? You sound a little odd. You should go home for the night. You know, when this is done, I'm going to need a drink.
Ace, darling.
Dick, what are you doing here?
Olympia told me you might be here. Are you all right? She said there'd been a bit of trouble.
I'm quite all right, really. Wonderly's assistant is in much worse shape.
Good. I mean, not good for her. I mean, oh, you know what I mean. I just hate to think of you in any danger. It gets me all flustered.
I'm fine, Dick. I promise.
Oh, of course you are. You're so strong and brave. Well, let me buy you a drink at least.
That sounds great.
Your usual? An old-fashioned?
Ace! Oh, I absolutely must speak with you. Can I sit down? Garçon, I'll have a Cosmo, thanks. Oh, Ace, I've got a terrible, terrible confession to make.
Why don't you get us those drinks while I talk to Miss Wonderly, Dick?
Sure. All right.
Oh, Ace, that story I told you this morning, well, it was all a story.
Oh, that. Well, to be fair, I didn't really believe your story, Sienna.
You didn't?
Nope. But you made me curious enough to want to check it out.
Am I to blame for what happened to my assistant?
Well, I didn't believe your story about the missing content, but somebody else certainly did. He came looking for it, a Mr. Christopher Duluth.
Duluth? Did you tell the police about him?
Yep.
And did you tell them about me?
I told them you'd hired me to look into some missing content, yeah.
Oh.
Look, are you going to tell me what it's all about?
I can't tell you. Not now. I will when I can. You've got to trust me, Ace. I'm so alone. Nobody understands how hard it is to be a solopreneur, influencer, and role model for millions of women like me. I've got nobody I can count on. Nobody to help me if you won't help me. I know I've got no right to ask, but I'm going to anyway. Won't you help me, Ace?
Dang. You're good. But I'm going to need more than a sob story if you really want me to help you out.
Your drinks, ladies.
Oh, thank you so much.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Not at all. Just girl talk.
It's all right, Sienna. You can speak freely in front of Dick. At least, as freely as you ever do.
That's harsh. What did Duluth say to you to turn you against me?
He didn't say anything like that. But he did offer me $5,000 to find the missing content and give it to him.
I thought we were friends. But if I have to bid for your loyalty...
Look, it might be better if we lay all our cards out on the table. Tell each other the truth?
The truth? All right. The truth is... I'm trying to keep a positive mindset, but the truth is if this launch fails, I'm ruined. No, the content isn't my original content, but I manifested it into my life, and I must have it to make this launch work.
Where does Duluth come into it?
He was the one who told me about it in the first place.
What's so special about this missing content? Can't you just write your own content for your launch?
Oh, God. Can you imagine? No. No, I've got to have something that works. It's the only way. And they say this content is the secret to a 7-figure launch every time.
Huh. I'll believe that when I see it, I guess.
Then you will help me?
I said I'd find the missing content and get it back where it rightfully belongs. And I will.
What has Sienna Wonderly really gotten herself into? Who is Duluth's mysterious client? How will Ace find the missing content, and who will she deliver it to if she does? Find out on the next Ace Stone adventure, brought to you today by the Content Direction Agency. Did you know that the Content Direction Agency are some of the good guys in the marketing world? That's right. Ace Stone trusts them to help citizen business owners, like yourself, create sterling custom marketing plans and done-for-you content writing that doesn't swindle, cheat, or bamboozle your audience. Head to acemarketingdetective.com on the interwebs to find all of Ace Stone's adventures and learn more about how the good people at the Content Direction Agency can help you create fun and compelling marketing strategies for your business that brings home the bacon. And be sure to subscribe and tune in next time for another thrilling episode of Ace Stone Marketing Detective. Ace Stone Marketing Detective in the Case of the Missing Content is a production of the Content Direction Agency. Written by Lacey Boggs. Directed by Joe Cuccinati. Starring Lacey Boggs as Ace Stone. Laura Jennings as Olympia Work. Jason Cox as Rex Hackshaw. Andrea Cox as Sienna Wonderly. Todd Caruth as Christopher Duluth. Dylan Mobley as Brad the Bro. Matthew Fisher as Dick Lovegood. And Jess Mayring as herself. Also featuring Tess Akinpelu, Joe Cuccinati, Veronica Day, Ryan Jenkins, Tara Jenkins, and Sarah Rankin.